This is my 2023 yearly wrap up. Every book I read in 2023. I'm trying to, I can't do it. Okay, I can't do it. I read a total of 25 books this year. Technically 24. You will see what I mean. But I'm really happy with what I read. I realized I read very quickly, then I just go on long like breaks. Like I will read a book and then not read for like a week, not read for 2 weeks. It's okay, but I'm gonna try to go through this quickly. I know, like, I just watched Larry's video, my queen. She read like 204 books. I'm like, what? I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna go through these in order. I'm gonna go from the beginning of the year to the end. Interrupted, so we have a little angle change. But the first book that I read was Collided, the second book in the Dirty Air series. I read the first one in December of 2022. Okay, so this series is Formula One, and oh, it's so good. This is not my favorite in the series, but I drank it like a fourth out of the 4. I don't know. I did really like it. Recommend. Then I switched it up. I did like separate all the series that I read. Just let me live. So I'm going to do it in order. I'm gonna be honest. I read The Madness Obsession. It is a mafia romance. It's a 3-book series and they're each like different people, but I am speechless. A girl has never dated so many people in one book before, because what? She dated like 12 people in this single book. I'm speechless. That's all I have to say about this, and I'm speechless. This is the last angle change, I promise. Then we went back to the Dirty Air series and I finished it. So the 3rd book is Wrecked and the 4th book is Redeemed. Redeemed and Wrecked are probably the 2 best in the entire series. So the 3rd follows Elena and Jax, and she's like, it's like forced proximity, kind of enemies to lovers, obsessed. And then Redeemed is fake dating, you know, all the tropes that come with fake dating. Let me tell you, these are the best in the Dirty Air series. Honestly, I think this is by far maybe one of the favorite series that I've read ever. Maybe it's because it's F1, and I haven't read a lot of F1 books. Give me recommendations for F1 books because I don't have a lot and I need more. But every time I like look them up, there was like cringe. Like, they don't look good, but these are really good. Lauren Asher, love Lauren Asher. Everything I read by her, I really loved. We're gonna start a little stack of all the books that I read. Then don't judge me, okay? I read Nightfall. Okay, so I saw one edit on TikTok. One edit of the movie, like the night the movie came out, and then I was like, oh, this edit looks pretty good. So I watched the movie within the night, and then within the night I ordered the book. okay, sometimes you just get like drawn in to those like Wattpad roots, and you're like, okay, like I'm gonna indulge in this like guilty pleasure. So it's one of those things that you either hate it or you love it. It's just this really like, there's a lot of tension, the kind of enemies to lovers. It's like, I hate everyone but you. It is mafia, but this is really embarrassing, but I did count the Taylor Swift kid book in my 2023. Okay, this is iconic, okay? Like, look at all these words. I think this is the best book I read all year. That's why I said technically 24, but I don't know, it just like, it really helped me. That one book like helped me reach my goal. My goal was 15. That says a lot about my previous reading year. So my goal was 15. Then I read The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. It's a little thicker. I actually loved this because I grew up going to Disney like every other weekend. It was like my second home. Like, as cringy as it sounds, like I was always there, and it's a very special place. Obviously, if I'm being completely honest, I don't have a lot of recollection. But one thing I love about her books is every like chapter page, she has a little design, and I just love it. Like that was Rowan's, and this is Zara's. Like, shut up. Adorable. Love Lauren Asher so much. Then I read the third Heartstopper, sorry, because I like to read it as the show comes out. So I did read the third Heartstopper. It was adorable, as cute as it gets. Like Heartstopper is one of those books where it's just like adorable. It is this like layout, but it's adorable. And also, don't know what happened, bought it cut, didn't even realize. Then I read One Italian Summer. This one, okay, if I'm being completely honest, no idea the plot of this book. But I read this during the summer, they were in Italy. It was very summery, and I would recommend if you're just like jumping in for a summer book, because it's just like Italy, and in my mind, Italy is just summer. But I couldn't tell you the plot. Like, it's time travel, but it's not time travel. And like, I could not explain to you the ending. Whenever I finished reading this, I was so confused. I was like, so what just happened? Like, I didn't understand the ending at all. I have no idea how it ended. It was very confusing to me, but I really liked, like, reading it wasn't confusing. I just didn't get the ending. I was like, okay, so what? I was just like, what? And that was this book. But I would recommend it if you're just in it for a summer read. Like, it's just like a fun summer read. One Italian Summer, did enjoy it. Like, look how cute it is. Adorable. Then, my single Mariana Zapata book of the year, Colty. I think I'm gonna read one of her books every single year, and that is my goal. One of her books every year, because her books are fat and the pages are thin, the books are fat. Like, I think this is my not including the epilogue, it was 542 pages, and I am a cute little fluffy 200-page girl, so the nearly 600 pages is a lot for me. Like, this is heavy. This is a soccer romance. It's like the coach and the player, that's the trope. Slow burn. She does slow burn like nobody else does slow burn. Like, even if they didn't kiss until about here, probably, and it's like, it's just so good. And I can get bored really easily, but I don't get bored with her, and I don't know why. She just really like reels me in and makes me want to read. I actually flew through this. I read this in like a week, which says a lot for me based on how many books I read this year. I read The Summer Broken Rules. Okay. Oh, this is such a quick, fun summer book. It's technically YA, but it's like, it doesn't give YA, it just gives like cute and fun. I don't know, it doesn't exactly give YA. Basically, the plot of this book is they go to this like vineyard-ish vibe house where it's like all the family members like get their own house, and it's just like this big like thing that they go to every year. But this year there's a wedding and they're playing assassin. If you don't know what assassin is, it's just like you shoot people with water guns and then they're out, and it's like whoever's the last one standing kind of thing. And she ends up forming an alliance, oh my gosh, with this guy that he just meets because it's a wedding and it's like the other side of the family. But so cute. My favorite. Ooh, that's really controversial. Top 3 romance reads this year? No. Yeah. No, yeah. I don't know. But it's definitely up there. Next, I read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I know. I'm like 3 years late to the party, okay? I bought this whenever it was trending on Book Talk, when like Book Talk was starting up. I bought this, never read it. I let my best friend choose one book off my TBR to read, and she chose this book, and I'm so glad she did, because I'm in love. So my favorite book, possibly of all time, is Daisy Jones and the Six. She wrote Daisy Jones and the Six, Taylor Jenkins Reid, and it's kind of, it's not the same layout, but it's similar style, and I love that because it also goes from like past to present tense, and I like, oh my god, something about the writing kind of was confusing at first, but once you get it, and it's like, guys, it's so good, it's so fabulous. I definitely convinced myself that I was like a famous movie star for like a week. Shut up. Then you're going to be surprised that I read this. I read the first Harry Potter. Okay, don't ask me because I don't know what was going on in my head. Well, I never read Harry Potter, but I read the first Harry Potter, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I love the movies, and it was one of those things where I liked the movies before I liked reading, because I started reading in like 10th grade probably, and obviously the movies came out when I was like born, so love and obsessed. This was actually really good, but if I'm being completely honest, if I never saw the movies, I probably wouldn't be able to form good imagery of everything that happened. I probably wouldn't be able to create the scenes in my head just based off the writing, and I know people are gonna hate me for that, but it's true. I'm sorry guys, it's true. But of course, I love it. I mean, like, it's very self-explanatory. Next, I read A Walk to Remember by Nicholas Sparks. I thought this is going to be a quick and easy read. I was going into a slump, and I was like, I need something really quick that would just boost like my confidence. So I picked up this tiny little book because I love the movie, and I've always had this. I got this like on sale for like $3, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy it. I didn't like it. I hated this, and I mean, this should have been the first sign that I hate it. The First Man I read, and I regret it. This was not good. No. I read The Nanny, and honestly this was such a refresher because I went through 3 books of like not super romance, and then I picked up a romance because it's my core, it's my soul. I don't want to spoil it because it's basically the entire book, but I really did enjoy this. I did really enjoy this. It's just like something fun, and like, you want a little cute read? The Nanny was great. Then I read Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Shut up. So this is a collection of short stories. Basically, it's a time travel like thing. So you sit in the sea and you time travel, but you like are only in the cafe. I hope that makes sense. I don't think that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. This was fantastic. But if I'm being completely honest, it could kind of get repetitive because it's short stories, but it's like, I think there's like 5 stories in this, but it's the same exact steps and process. You just get like a different result at the end. A lot of them are just like mourning the loss of something. Even if it's not death, it's just mourning the loss of something. And there was a really cute little twist. Even though they're separate stories, there is like a few main characters that are in all the stories, and it was really fun. I want to read the rest, but I'm kind of scared that it's going to get repetitive, to be completely honest. We're getting close to the end. So then I read the 4th Heartstopper because of the fact that I wanted to read this winter, and I needed to read the 4th Heartstopper in order to read this winter, because I wanted to read this winter for the Christmas season. So I did read. I finished the Heartstopper series. It was good. I'm not going to spoil it because like a few things happen, and because obviously it's a really quick read, like you read this in about an hour. Then I read this winter. So okay. So it's very thin. It is told like a book. There is a few illustrations, but it's not like a ton. At first I really liked it. It's told in Tori's point of view. Charlie's sister. I love her. She's such a queen. Love her. But the entire plot of this book was, oh my god. Okay, you know what? We're keeping it. That's kind of cool. So we're gonna keep it. The entire plot of this book was, you know, Christmas is so nice, but it would be nicer if he didn't have an eating disorder. That's literally the plot of the book. And definitely look at the trigger warnings because it could be a little triggering. But I was just like, where's the story at? It's literally the entire book is this Christmas would be so much nicer if he didn't have an eating disorder. That's the entire book. And I'm not being dramatic either. But, you know, you get to see a lot of their relationship and it is really nice because of that, but to each their own. I would never recommend this. Then I read Love Light Farms. Can't find it. No idea why. No idea where it is. This is the cover. It was really cute. It took me a while to get through this, if I'm being completely honest, but it was cute. It was very Hallmarky. It's fake dating, but like from the very beginning you're like, okay, they're in love. Like before they started fake dating, you're like, okay, they are together, like they are in love. But I don't know, it was like, it was all right. It was good. I'm not hating on it. It was good. It was just like, well, that was that. And it took me a while. Very Hallmarky, fake dating. There was not a lot of density, but it was good. Then for the Christmas season, I read Dash and Lily. Oh, Book of Dares. Dash and Lily, Book of Dares. So this this show, it's a Netflix series. It changed the game. The only Christmas show that I like, top 3 Christmas like film vibe that I will ever love. The book, I have read this once, but I didn't remember. I have no recollection of any of it. We're on to the last book of 2023, okay? So I'm reading Elvis and Me currently. There's like 3 days until the new year, so I know I'm not going to be reading anymore. Elvis and Me, Priscilla's memoir. Shut up. If you watched the movie Priscilla that came out this year, like I don't know how long ago, like maybe like a month or 2 ago, that movie changed me. You know, like how the Barbie movie was like, this is womanhood. Priscilla, like this is womanhood to another level. And it was one of those movies where like we got out the theater, we were screaming about it on the way home. It was 10 out of 10, beautiful. And it's based on this book, Elvis and Me, written by Priscilla herself, obviously, co-writer also. It's the storylining, there is a lot of direct quote from the book and the movie that it feels like, it doesn't feel like a memoir, it feels very like fake, like it doesn't feel real, even though obviously it is. And I'm actually like, I am only about 50%, maybe 60, I don't know. And this is for sure top 5 books of the year so far. I'm speechless. And it also comes with like pictures, like all this white is pictures. Okay, it's getting a little frayed, sorry. And it's not about Elvis. It's not about Elvis. It's about Priscilla and her journey, like how Elvis like made her damaged. I don't know, made her good and bad, I don't know, but so far I'm obsessed with this and I love it to another level. Read this, that's all I have to say. Just read it and your life will be saved. But anyways, that was my 2023 book wrap up. I feel like I could do more next year, and every year I say that, and every year I do end up doing more. But I don't know. We shall see where the wind takes us. This is my 2023 wrap up. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed. I love making these videos. They're my favorite. And I love talking about my books. So anyways, bye guys. Have a happy 2024 and a good